Max Verstappen is the most dominant figure in F1 as we speak. The Dutchman is cruising towards the second championship in his career, as there are multiple records that he could break in the remaining 6 races of the 2022 calendar. Hey guys, and welcome back to F1 Fanbase, the YouTube circuit where you get a ride of daily news and unbiased updates regarding everything F1. Today we're going to compare the likes of Verstappen, the leader of the 2022 championship and the 2021 F1 champion, to one of the greatest ones to ever do it, the 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher. Verstappen has left such a strong impact on the F1 world in the last couple of seasons that he's already been compared to one of the greatest ones to ever do it, Michael Schumacher. So, are they really the same in mentality and character? Before we get into that, we've got a Fanbase fun fact for you. Did you know that Verstappen debuted at just 17 years of age? This is why 1 year later, the FIA brought a rule called a Verstappen rule that inhibits drivers to race until they've turned 18 years. According to the governing body, this has been done as an effort to stop the arrival of the next Verstappen. Max Verstappen has debuted in 2015 in Toro Rosso after jumping straight from F3 to F1, and the whole world was introduced to a generational talent back at the Australian GP. However, one evident issue has emerged since his debut, and that is his temper. Verstappen wasn't able to control his feelings, and to this day, he still has had some outbursts that are truly unnecessary. For example, he kept swearing and asking for help when the DRS flag wasn't opening on the main straight. Now, the title clearly said, "Why Verstappen is the next Schumacher." And you might think right now, Schumacher never had temper issues? Well, you need to watch some of his races back in 1998, for example, the Belgian GP, when Schumacher rushed at Coulthard for the crash that left him without points. A similar situation happened to Max in 2018 in Brazil, when Ocon tried to unlap himself at Interlagos and they both crashed, which cost Max the #1 spot and he had to satisfy with P2. He was seen pushing and shoving Ocon in the garage and then calling him an idiot in the official press conference after the race. Some similarities here, right? Still, this is far away from why we think that Verstappen does have similarities with the 7-time world champion Schumacher. Verstappen is currently dominating the 2022 season and is on set to crush some records that have been set by Vettel and Schumacher, like having the most wins in a season. Both Germans hold this record at 13, while Verstappen is at 11 as we speak with 6 races remaining. Stefano Domenicali, the F1 CEO, has spoken about Verstappen and said that he sees a huge resemblance between Verstappen and Schumacher, adding he resembles him because he focuses on everything he does on the track. He has matured a lot, he has learned to manage his emotions, he is a cannibal, he doesn't look anyone in the face. And in this, he reminds me so much of Michael. It's evident that Domenicali has high praise for Verstappen, mostly because of his work ethic. Say what you want, but Verstappen can drive literally anything that's been given to him. The RB18, which is the Red Bull's 2022 car, has been developed and upgraded in so many ways, and Verstappen has been able to adapt to all of them. We've seen some extraordinary drives from Verstappen this season, as he was able to win from P14 in Belgium, P10 in Hungary, and P7 in Monza. All of these races were won thanks to a composite, stellar and extraordinary drive from the Dutch Lion, as his fellow Dutchmen like to call him. If you're liking what you've seen so far, do subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell, cause we at F1 Fanbase are on our toes 24/7 to get genuine and hot F1 updates for you, the Fanbase, so don't miss out. Domenicali also compared Max to Leclerc, but according to him, they are two very different characters and have lots of differences from each other. He, Leclerc, is an extraordinary driver too, with a different empathy than Max. He also has other interests beside F1 and is keen to develop them. What's even more interesting is the fact that Verstappen is closer to the 8th record-breaking champion than Hamilton. Although the 2021 season finished the way it did, Verstappen took his maiden championship and is likely to defend this one with a couple of races to spare, with the first opportunity being provided to him at the Singapore GP. This would equal the record of Nigel Mansell, as he won the championship with Williams in 1992 with 5 races to spare. Of course, the calendar back then was much shorter, as there were a total of 16 races compared to the 23 of 2022, but that doesn't take away the fact that Verstappen is one hell of a driver that is literally killing the competition on the track. It's up to us to wait and see whether Verstappen will resemble the profile of Schumacher in the near future, as with this document drive and the way he is focused on track, he is on the right track to do so.